At your service, your YouTube content creator, a small YouTuber, an ordinary vlogger. Okay, welcome back to my vlog. My topic for today, guys, is academic grades in a school or university. Actually, I don't have any ideas how to compute their, scholastic academic grade or score or point or anything like. But due to some grades I saw yesterday or last 2 days ago, oh, it's gonna be like that. Okay. So, there's different way, the averaging computation, the cumulative, the percentile computation of your grades, for example, like that. So it can be done by percentile or percentage rate computation. And also, for example, in boarding catered by Philippine Regulation Commission. They need to regulate the course where who are those who will pass in different courses, things like that. No, so that's why there are top notchers, there are passers, whatever. So percentile rank is the method of how to calculate in that manner. Okay, but in a cumulative way, it's gonna be like as far as I could remember, it's gonna be done in a school, especially in the ranking of honor students, as far as I could remember, right? Because there's also averaging, right? But an averaging it's more on the element to ask one by one my mentors in my elementary level and my teachers in elementary level and in high school also, what's are the my knowledge? It may be true, it may be not to say what I remembered. It's gonna be like but in a PRZ that is really sure percentile rank competition of a grade so that you will pass in the board examination. But in the schools, I don't know really what's really the grading system. Okay, you get the point. So because it's not also explained in the report card. So I may suggest also the Department of Education, and you will say also to me, who are you who will suggest? Guys, anybody can suggest because we are the Filipino citizen in this country. Anybody is not deprived from suggesting anything for the improvement of anything. Okay, we should not limit ourselves because you are only an ordinary student, you are ordinary person only. You don't have right to talk about that, even though you have a good idea. Because you are not a senator, you are not a public official. Would mean that you have no right to suggest. You have the right to suggest if your ideas are good. It's up to them if they're trying to consider your ideas and suggestions or they will be able to reject your ideas. As long as you can present your ideas, things like that. That you believe that it can really improve the system or whatever, or the particular topic you're trying to suggest well. Things like that, right? So we will not limit or close our minds. It's just because we are not really popular, we are not the barangay captain. We are not the governor of the city like that. All equal opportunity because we are human beings, right? So God doesn't choose whether you are poor or rich or intelligent or not. Must be a law of equality. Okay? Things like that. I always emphasize that in vlog. And you don't have also to discriminate that if one student or one individual will tell his her achievements, academic achievements, you will say, those people are arrogant. No, it's not. That's their right to say. Okay, because that's their achievements in life. Who are you to interfere and obstruct and really to stop them from saying so? In social media, you get the point? As I told you, equal opportunity. If you don't like it, don't watch. If you feel that those people are arrogant, telling their success in their lives or whatever, or things like that, okay, so they're just trying to be true for themselves, actually. Okay, since as I told you, we cannot also stop them from having bashing because we have polarized myself. What I'm trying to emphasize, just hold on, and try to stop and then go to another, entertainment that makes you enjoy instead, right? Rather than going there, you're trying to distract the momentum of those vloggers that are trying to emphasize in their vlogs, things like that. Okay? Because there are types of vloggers also. There are vloggers who want revenues. There are vloggers who want popularity. There are also vloggers paid money according to their principles in politics. They are paid. Okay, whether it is Dela one or makapula. Okay? So it's true. Okay, they are doing that in hidden agenda. It's not also limited. There are a lot of types of vloggers. There's also vloggers who just like to vlog, just like me, regardless of money, regardless of wealth, regardless of popularity. There are a lot of types of vloggers. And there's also vloggers na magpaki-SP yun. Okay, you get the point? And then if their vlogs are not really that subject to attention, they will delete it because it has no viewers. I'm not like that. Even though zero viewer, it's okay for me. You get the point? So it depends on the mental state of mind or the mindset of the vlogger. Okay, there are vloggers that money matters. There are vloggers that popularity matters. Me, doesn't matter at all. As long as I can vlog, I don't care. You get the point? I don't care as long as I can vlog and I am happy with what I am doing. That's the secret of happiness. You get the point? Okay. Ayaw pakabagabag sa mga pakialamero, pakialamira, mga chismoso, chismisa. Just go what your heart really is. Ganon! Okay, that's the secret of happiness. Okay, because when you, just like me, I can advise, I can also recommend, but it doesn't mean that my advice and recommendations also will be followed. It's free for rejection. You can follow or not. It's okay. Meaning to say, in short, we should not complicate things around us. Okay, that's how simple the life really is. Okay, you got the point. Ganon. You don't have to compete by anybody else. Kung mauna siya, mauna. Okay, ganun lang ba, no? You got the point. Mauna siya, ano na siya. Okay, what you see is what you get, what you read is what you hear. What you see is what you get, what you listen is what you heard. Am I correct? Yeah. Okay. So before anything else, we were starting our vlog. Mga talaga kung hindi nakataon, nagbantanan og linuyang. Kasi linuyang. Okay, karang banana siya guys. Mga kuan, mga bitso-bitso. Okay, mga sinudan, mga panpinisi. Wa man good guys. Okay, wa ni follow ni Anhing Nagring after before. She was selling like that in our place and nobody will follow. There's somebody who also selling empanada, bingkang, marmapunan ako nga ito guys. Okay, gusto ko nalalahay siya baka ng mga bitso-bitso, sinudlan, pinisi, mga anak, bagong bayan, binangkal. I love binangkal, really. I really ate binangkal there. There talaga. Okay, because you know me already where I am working, right? There. Charot. Sa gitnang silangan. Okay, so I need really to eat some kind of food that I don't usually eat. Things like that. Okay? Aside from knowing the fact that I'm not eating rice. Okay? I've been doing that for almost 3 years. Zero rice. If that is the case, I will not turn 64 kilograms from 82 kilograms. Right? It's only a listening reduction of carbohydrates, high refined carbohydrates and sugar. Not too much alcohol. It's only two. For me, in my case, only. Because I'm not really that drinking also alcoholic. That's why I cannot include that in my confession. In my part only, it's only high carbs, rice, and sugar. You should limit that. Then bingo, you can minimize your weight gain. Become fat, even though you will not exercise. How much more you will exercise? Right? So, ganun siya. Okay, but you could not expect an abs for that, ha? You can only expect an abs if you do muscular, physical exercises and going to the gym. Okay, because you need to carry the dumbbells, things like that. There are apparatus or equipment to use just to make a good shape of your muscles in your triceps, biceps, ganon, okay? And then if you want also to make your tummy or stomach trim, T-R-I-M, okay? Then you need to do a lot of push-ups in the morning. But not also necessarily that you have to go to the gym. Because in the gym, there are apparatus that really trim your tummy. That's the only difference because it's easy to use the apparatus compare without apparatus. But it depends on the situation because other people also don't want to spend money. Just Because you can have good health without having money, but just in your home. You can do a lot of exercise in your home. Okay, but I'm not discriminating the people who are going to the gym. That's also their choice, their comfort. You do that because it's easy for them also to do that. In fact, I also do the gym before. Okay, it's our choice. I'm just telling the truth that if you don't want any expenses, then you can walk. That's only an exercise. In fact, walking is the best exercise. Why should you complicate yourself? Things like that, right? Or you can do a lot of dancing inside your house or a lot of physical activities, carrying things, carrying objects, mangguna baron mo or whatever. That's part also of exercise, right? But okay, sometimes kasi guys, it's not enough if your sweat will not come out. Okay, the word SWEAT. Because, the more the sweat will come out, the more your fats and foods or the waste products will be decomposed and eliminated in your excretory system. Oh, excretory. Yes. Kana mga kung mga reproductive system. Example, if you are a girl, o di ba? If you are a girl, you have the vagina. If you are a man, you have the penis. So that's part of mga reproductive. Diha mo siya mulusot ang mga waste, human waste. Waste, I mean of waste, it could be solid, liquid, or gas waste. In terms of the penis or the vagina, you need to remove the urine, right? Urine is liquid, and that's waste, liquid waste. Okay, and then in your lubot, okay, that's English is anal, right? Okay, gawa dito ang tai or ang igit. So that means that is also waste, solid waste stool, STOOL. Another term is fecal, FECAL. And another also term is the animal manure or the human waste. Okay? Or ano siya, fecal talaga siya or stool. Right? Ganun. So it depends on what terminologies we'll be able to use. But for medical examination purposes, we need to use the stool. They're also very common when we are in elementary level. We need to change that with bowel, BOWEL. Bowel also is a tae. Okay, that's the English, elementary, not elementary, basic English terminology of, aside from stool, fecal, like that. Okay, so that's bowel. The bowel movement. Dear Ma'am Capablanca, excuse me because I have a severe bowel movement last 2 days ago because I eat a lot. Please excuse me for being absent for today. Respectfully yours, Junjun. That is school excuse letter because of bowel movement. Bowel, there is stool, tae. Oh. Okay? So guys, if you are really a scientific vlogger, as I always emphasize, you don't need to escape parts by parts. Because those parts are created by God. Because there's a lot of OA nowadays, like that, mga OA na word vagina. Vagina and penis is still a part of the anatomy of the human body. Then why you will escape that one in your discussion? So, your mind is dirty, okay? But the discussion is not dirty itself. You got the point? That's why also sex education is very important so that our young generations will understand the negative effects in the society of early pregnancy, divorce, like that, unsuccessful marriage. Okay, because normally early marriage is unsuccessful, but not all. It depends on the people who really strive and work hard to support their family. Again, I'm saying not all, but majority, based on the survey in the whole world, based on World Health Organization, and that is also the cause of early marriage. Marriage is the cause also of early divorce. Okay, and also broken families. Okay, based on research and this is not my own, based on research and study. I have no right to make my own. I'm not a social worker. Okay, so I'm not also a medical and health professional. That is not my job. Okay, I'm just only reading, researching, I'm just sharing to all of you. That's gonna be the reason. Apart from having the reason, the inner reason that they don't understand each other na, they don't love each other na. So, except for that, ha, okay, that's the main reason of divorce and broken families and unsuccessful marriage. Okay, later we'll follow also problem how to educate the children. Okay, things like that. And later also problem how to give medicine for the children. And later also difficult also how to improve the the quality of the lifestyle. And that's the time also since again this is fact I don't have to choose. And that is also the reason that they are also trying to really wait for the ayuda, things like that. Okay, because because of the situation, because it's already there. Because we don't go back to the tide, right? Where it is coming from. All we have to do is to face the reality, to become strong, and to make us responsible and brave enough that we can really support our family whatever happens. Magdugo man ang ilong natin or kahit pa anong unos ang mangyari sa kinabuhi natin. Wow, kinabuhi talaga. Okay, we need really to work hard for our family, things like that. And you should stand for it, whatever happens. Okay? You should not listen to the other people because that's your life also. All you have to do is to focus to your life and to your family that you need to support them properly, things like that. Okay, it's not an issue. Okay? If you are already there. Okay. But if you are not yet there, and this vlog is for you because you need to prepare. A lot of preparations will be there. It's just like an examination, really, guys, and it's even more than examination because it will be taking a lot of permanency. Know that it is not permanent forever. Meaning to say it takes a lot of years until 80 years old. Until 80 years old, then you have to be married for the rest of your life. Okay? Things like that. You got the point. Then a lot of preparation will be just like studying also, right? Even more than studying, right? You got the point? So it's gonna be like a lot of preparation will do. O, di ba? Wala siya may tabo mga palangga akong kita. So before that, mas tataan na guys, okay, it looks like ano siya no, subjective. Okay, subjective, it depends on the opinions. Okay? What I'm saying to you is opinion, but based on statistics, it's a fact. Statistics on the World Health Organization because they record everything. Pilay nagbuwag, pilay namatay. Ilang na itali dito guys. Example, how many people died in COVID-19? They will record 1, 2, 3, all continents. Let's say India, Asia, South America, North America, Australia. Australia is the smallest continent in the world, right? If I'm not mistaken. And China. China is the sleeping giant, right? Okay, and then we have also India, China, sleeping giant bang China, basta wala na siya, just research also. Okay, no, Thailand is a country only. It's gonna be India, okay, Asia, North America, South America, Australia, okay, as you can remember, right, and Portugal. Right, Portugal is a continent in which under niya ang Spain, ang Europe, nga gano'n. I couldn't exactly perfectly remember, but that's what I remembered in my social studies in Naga National High School. Katuma, the land of the setting sun, Thailand, the land of the rising sun, Japan, the pearl of the Orient Sea, Philippines, like that. O, diba? Nakinumdum na ko, guys. O, diba? Minun sa tag-coffee for ma-activate atong brain cells. Okay. Uy, wa man ni suroy ang kuan ay ganante kung nay kuan katong saging-saging dito ug kuan kanang sana uy stick ba no labi ikaon. Okay, wala pa man ni suroy. Charot. Okay. Banana Q guys ba no? Though there are sugars wrapped on it, but it's not all the time we eat that. Banana is good as I told you, rich in potassium, sodium for the bone. Okay? Banana talaga siya, not really that expensive compared to other fruits. Right? It's really abundant in the city of Naga Public Market. All you have to do is to go there if you have excess money, or you can walk. Just like me, sometimes I will walk there. Nobody dares to walk, but I challenge myself to walk because I always remember when I was a child, I kept on walking to city of Naga during Fiesta of Naga. There's a lot of night there, and I will walk. Mapusta ko mga huldam, mabingko pa bang galit ko, in fairness. Okay, higot na po, malingaw man ko. And then, lakaw ako dito. Kaya na kayo, ba't kapanahon na na-achieve mo lakaw? Because, I don't know, if it is the reason will be kapoy siya or modernized technology because all people are depending on social media and gadgets and cell phones na talaga siya. Even 1-year-old have the gadgets. That's why they feel, kapoy, sa tulo na katikang, di na katikang. Okay? Except to those people who are really loving walking, there are also a lot. Okay, that's the point. Ah, nakakaloka. Okay, pero hindi na siya kung wala ka web sa mama. Okay, to the point. So you know guys, my exercise has been modified because there in the gitnang silangan, I always do 3 times a week doing my jogging. But here I don't find oval. Maybe there is in the oval the city of Naga or in the city, but I don't find time also to you know to see that places. Okay, bago ko going. Dito yung mga tulo kong tiil guys. Okay ra ko di mulaag. Okay, mulaag mo dito pero dito yung mga kanang mukha ko dito tiil baron yung mulaag. Dito ta point. Lahi mo guna ka ng you know what I mean, right? Okay. Hindi jud mo himutang ba? Dito ta point. Mo di jud makastambay sa balay sige jud pwede pa gud nga mo stay lang sa akad lang sa kamo suroy-suroy mga ko jud ang tiil. I'm not that type of person. Okay? Get the point. I'd rather stay rather than going out most of I also go out but not my priority. Okay? It's a choice. It depends on you, on your appetite as a person, your personality, because you have also your freedom to have that kind of appetite. So you can go what you want also in your life. But in my case, di mo ko nga na, okay? I got the point. So, misotin ako. O, diba? So, you don't have the right to, you know, to fight with me in that manner because I'm just telling and based on my own experience, my own ideas, and a little bit of facts also based on my research. Okay, we have here University of Cebu at Pardo Antalisay Incorporated. Basic Education Department Senior High School, school year 2022 to 2023. Ah, okay. Grade. Oh, di ba? Grade sleep. Okay. Okay. Name, blank. I don't have to mention the name. Okay, quarter, first quarter. Ano pala kayo, no? First quarter. Kasi una mo gusto first grading, second grading, third grading, fourth grading. Each grading, there will be ranking, top 1 to top 10, things like that. But ngayon, we changed into quarter like that. The word, okay, the terminology, but it has the same meaning, right? Okay? And then, year and strand. Strand also is not a name before because because before we say year and section or class baron. But here, strand na. So, social na ang mga terminology in the millennia era. Okay, in the no, Stone Age. Computer Age. You remember in our history, right? In our social studies, we study Araling Palipunan, social studies, or Civica at Kultura when we are in our high school, right? If you still remember, we have for example, the age, that saying that we all human beings are coming from the ape, belong to the monkey family. That's why. I'm not telling that it's true or not. I'm just stating that because that's what the study really is in the social studies. And after that, there will be a stone age. And then after that, there will be an iron age. Okay? And last will be the computer age. Now, we are on the computer age today. Okay? In the computer age, most of the people are dependent to computers, of course, as the name itself. Okay? And then mobile phones, like that, then our world will not be complete, even me. Okay? And the world will not be complete without cell phones. Okay? Sometimes like that. Okay? But you know, if I were me, okay, in your shoes as a student, I will limit my use of cell phone inside the school. But there are also schools also trying to push you to research by using your phone. Okay? Of course, I will use because that's the instruction. But if I have that choice by myself when I am a student now, I should not use any gadgets and technologies to measure my true intelligence. Okay? Because you can measure your true intelligence without anything in your hand. Okay? Without cell phone, without books, without references, by just your natural brain cells. Okay, when somebody will try to ask you, compute what is the density of hydrochloric acid, without any books, only the pen and notebook, you can answer. And that's, I salute to that kind of intelligence. But then if you ask a student with so many resources beside it, I will not believe that much. Though, we will still believe, but it's totally different if, you know, if the intelligence is natural, without any, you know, phone beside him. You got my point, right? Inborn intelligence or the IQ is not artificial. not based on the computers or not based on what they heard. Like, it could be based on what they heard, but there's no books, there's no notebook, only your brain cells, a piece sheet of paper and a pen, and somebody will ask you, enumerate, enumerate talaga, the 118 elements in the periodic table. Oh, diba? Do makita yung katag, no? Okay, since the world is not like that, that would be a joke only, right? Because there's no perfection. And what I am telling, we should not, in summary, we should not be dependent on technology around us, because by the moment we don't have that technology, we cannot survive. For example, if you are in the wilderness, and you are in the forest, this is only an extreme example. And then there's a very, very a serious calamity, and we don't know really because we cannot predict our fate, F-A-T-E, our kapalaran. Nobody can predict that one. Let's say bad fate happening to you, and there's a big calamity, and only you left in your family, okay, and you're in the forest, and there's no data, blah blah blah, and you don't have academic information how to survive by yourself. Okay? You cannot even don't know how to cook by yourself to eat because you're alone. Remember, okay? You cannot survive by having the surviving tips to escape to any calamitous or emergency because you're alone. So these things are emergencies, and we are not perfect to protect calamities happening in our lives in the future. All we have to do, guys, since I really explained this a billion of times, that home is the basic unit of the society. It's not the school. It's the role and responsibilities of the parents to teach our children what are the basic steps in order for them to make safe, okay, to survive from emergencies, basic emergencies, and to let them know how to do the basic things for survival. Do I state it correctly? Or I have to repeat it once again? Taray? Yes, it's gonna be like that. You need to teach survival safety tips. Okay? Because by the time they will be marrying like that, it's not limited to anybody. This is for all. Okay? All people all over the world, not only the Filipinos, all will have a life in this world. And we need to protect. So how can we save ourselves if we don't have any ideas how to protect ourselves? Okay, so in that way, even though our children is very 1 year old, we need to teach it. It's gonna be the bad thing to do. Don't do that. Things like that. Okay, so things like that. Since the minds of children are just like a piece of a paper, very empty, they will always remember that as they grow older. Okay, that their parents are always teaching them how to do that, how to do this, that it will be engraved and accumulated in their brain cells. Then they will practice that as they grow older, and it will be a great help. And in fact, they will give thanks to their parents. Okay, it doesn't mean also that it's gonna be for the parents that are a little bit older, let's say 50 years old parents, 60 years. It's not like that. It's also a parents that are young, because there are also young parents that are marrying early. Okay, because that's also their choice in life. We don't have freedom also to stop them from marrying early, because that's life all about. Okay, so we cannot stop, right? So this should also teach their children in while they are growing, apart from going to the school. Because guys, the main responsibility of the parents is to protect their own safety. Okay? It's not in school, because in school they are just guiding academically. Though they will also teach if there are values education subjects there. I think they eliminated in their curriculum nowadays values education and good moral, good manners and right conduct. Because in 1980s, we have subjects like that before. 80s students, 90s students, but the 2000 students are very high tech, right? So you can observe a lot of bullying, a lot of, the crime rate increases. But before, there's no such like not that much. There are also, but not that really, widespread. Okay, get the point? So we can observe really, right, the patterning of how our children was growing in this present time compared to the past, in the old era, in our ancestors. Charot. Okay, you get the point? So I think so. I'm not really that sure also, but according to the reliable sources I've heard, they eliminated values education, good manners, and right conduct. Because it's in there that apart from the home, our teachers will teach the right manners and right conduct, how to behave ethically in public places, because there are things in life that you will not act that all the time, because it's not good to the eyes of the people, and it creates bad influences to other people as well, especially the young generations. So these things cannot be taught by themselves, because they are not also Superman immediately at age of 2 years old. You know that already? No, it's not, right? So they need guidance. That's why we have parental guidance. Before the programs and teleseries in the TV networks at night, right? There's always saying parental guidance. Ganon. So it's gonna be like that also. That's part of parenting, good parenting. Okay, we will guide our students or our sons and daughters to behave ethically in the society and public places as well. Not only academically, ha? Okay, ganon. So because I talk that, guys, because it's related about the grading system. Okay, so when you talk about the total package of grading system to make it strict, it's not only on academic that you are trying to measure. It's also measuring how they will behave in the society accordingly. That will project how good you are also if you try to compare your grades and your actions in public places, because there are also intelligence that don't have the right manners and right conduct also, right? Because if they are too much intelligent, they try also to look down the people who are not very intelligent. So these are absolutely wrong. Okay, so if you, for example, if the Lord God give you a blessing that you are an intelligent, I don't say you are 1 year old or 60 years old, at all level of ages, you will use your intelligence in a right way to guide them. Okay, to guide them properly, teach them how to be generous or like that. Teach them how to control themselves so that there will be no verbal fighting and verbal war. Though sometimes we cannot stop because we are human beings, at least we can learn from our mistakes. Okay, all of us, okay, get the point. So it's gonna be like that. Sometimes it signals us to slow down. Okay, you got the point. Like that, because there's no perfection, as I told a while ago. There are enemies become friends more than before. Friends also become an enemies. Things like that, because these are the situations that we need to consider all the time. O, diba? Okay, it doesn't limit it only to public officials that they will be good in public. Also to anybody else, even though you are an ordinary citizen. Okay, you behave ethically in the society. O, ganon. Charot. Okay, so part of the grading system is also calibrated here, not only in the academic, like that, but of course, academic will be good because you can learn technical information. Okay, that can save our lives, just like science and math. Okay, especially guys, financial matters. For example, you are working with a very low salary. How can you budget your money at the end of 1 month? Then that's the time your math works well. Math. Okay, then your your calculation doesn't match your personality. Then you will change a little bit your personality because that is only your salary. Okay, you cannot change your salary at that quick as you are. It depends on yearly appraisal performance in the company, and not all company also will increase the salary according to the appraisal performance. Sometimes allowances only or mga giveaways during Christmas season. So sometimes you need to adjust your level of salary to the type of personality appetite that you have. You get the point. If you are really outgoing, then you wish to go to travel to Japan, take note your salary. Would it be enough? If I will do that, then I don't, I don't have food anymore in the kitchen. Things like that. Guys, guys, lending money is not a solution. The more you will have a more financial credit that you'll be able to pay in the future, and that time you cannot pay anymore, then you will be filed by a liable cases. Okay, because you cannot pay anymore your debts, your utang. That is not a solution. Again, I'm not telling you na di mo mangutang. I'm just telling you that it's not a good solution. Okay? Take note, the words will come out in my mouth. Because other also listeners, they will try to put words in your mouth even though you did not tell it directly. Okay? Because God in legal court, it will based on verbal words. What you mentioned is really what they considered. If you are only analyzing that is what you mean, that will not be considered in the court. You got the point. For example, like this, I said, you know, it's not good to do an utang because if you do an utang, you will be put in prison. But then you will tell the story that si Junjun ingon nga hindi ko numayo ang mangutang kay di makanigon ba ko ana man ingon naman ko it's not good. I'm not telling you nga di ko mangutang. It's totally different. Since the sentence telling you that that is your okay, that is believed to be that is not considered in the court because that is not black and white statement per statement released in your mouth. Okay, so when you do a case, be sure that it is said word by word the same. It's not understood. There's no such understood in legal court. Okay, that's black and white. You get the point. Okay, you see that you are a burikat, but then this guy does not telling burikat. He state only generally. Okay, he state only generally, but it happens that the one you mean is in front of you. Of course, he will be feeling hurt because he is in front of you. She means that ikaw ang burikat, right? And you file a case there. Take note the statement on what he said. Statement generally record. Did he tell you directly that you are the burikat? No, it's not. It's general. Since that's true. You got the point? Oh. So things like that, be sure when you do a legal proceeding, black and white. Okay. Really the exact words, word for word, the same. Okay. Especially this is only an advice to the people who are very emotional, that if they are hurt easily, their pride will be touched, they will file a case, but study first before you go to the court. Maybe it will going back to you. Be sure, especially if the one you will file a case is clever, okay? They research more, okay, than you. Be careful before making step in going to the court. Okay, it should be black and white, transparent, word for word, legally reflected the same in what the type of, let's say, case you want to file. For example, cybercrime, be sure that's written there. Okay, you get the point. Because if you see that only in private account, it's not libelous because that's her private account. Okay, it's stated in the cybercrime public consumption. But that guy having a private account, you just grab that there and expose that there because you need to file a case against him. No, it's not. He is not violated the cybercrime law because his account is private. That's your fault why you expose that to the public. Okay, unless I am exposing to the public, okay, the statements that is libelous and you can file a case. Go. Okay? But some kasi di kasi alam eh. You get the point? So we should be informed. Ha? Ganon. Private accounts are not liable for cybercrime. Only public accounts. Okay? Or you grab it and then there's no permission of the account holder. For example, me, I have a private account, Facebook account. Private, ha? So my purpose is not sharing that to the public. How can be I face legally? Unless I will post that publicly. You got the point? Then, since that guy is your enemy, okay, you want you to be in trouble. Would you believe you were put into the jail? No. It's still on the process. Then to make our life at peace, right? Okay, and forget all the things happening in our lives. Okay? Got the point? Gano'n na lang siya. Change for the better. Gano'n na lang. Okay? Kay mahutlang tagkwartad. Di ka paigo. Atong i-file og kaso niya. Ang kaso gamay ra kaayo. Atong yung gikuti-kuti. Okay? Sabi tinood, gikuti-kuti. Don't be hurt because it's not true. If it's the truth, then why you are affected? Fix that. You should be strong, right? Okay? Ganon, di ba? Maawaw na po ka. Anong maawaw ka? Di mo na tinuod. Okay, you get the point? So there's no reason. Ganon ang dapat ha. So part sa na siya mga grading system. Okay, it's reflect man who you are through your grading, especially if you're studying. And all of us also are studying. Okay, unless we don't have an education. The moment you step in grade 1, you have already education. Grade 1. Okay? Unless you don't have you don't go to school. So anybody don't go to the kindergarten, so that's the time you are uneducated. Once you step, even though 1 year in kindergarten, you have already education. Okay ba? It depends lang on the level where we finish. Okay? That's it. Atong klaro di. Kasi kawayo na puntaan ni ron. Okay, you get the point. So now we go to the grade of okay, ang senior high guys, we're senior semester, no? This is the first time I encountered like this, ha? Okay. But also the creativity, they change a lot so that the students also can learn another terminologies, that we are not stagnant in the past. Also, we are upgraded. What I'm trying to emphasize lang talaga, it used in a negative way around. Okay, I'm too much dependent. But it's good because we upgraded everything. Okay, that's what my point really is. Okay, if you try to, when we interpret, we should interpret that broadly, ha? We should not interpret that in a small context lang tanama. Okay, da siya kay mag, di man mag-away so good. Okay, you got the point? You did not interpret that in a whole aspect ba as it is. So if it is interpreted in a whole coverage, in a whole concept, then it's better to keep quiet. Unless you are a vlogger like me, that you have the right to talk. Okay? Because if you are a vlogger, you have the full freedom to do what you want, even though you are wrong or not. Okay? Because that is your vlog. Okay? You get the point. But you have also the right to correct that vlogger. Just like we always say, correct me if I'm wrong, because that was 25 years ago, like that. I don't prepare something that was happening in my third year high school, especially when talking about balancing of chemical reactions and all about chemistry. Just correct me if I'm wrong, like that. And then there's also a lot saying that's gonna be like that. I accept it. So why should complicate, right? Okay, things like that. And somebody will say, Sir Sotero, I want to the assignment of my son like this, or asking favor also. Sometimes also will try to correct me on the spot that it's wrong. Or I also accept. That is like that. You don't have to be perfect, right? You get the point. Okay, guidance naman din siya, guys. Guidance, guidelines, like that. You get the point. Okay? Ganon siya, para-paraan. Charot! Okay? So I don't have choice. Aside from sharing knowledge and information, I need to grow my YT. Okay? Like that. Alangan po, guys. I will defeat my purpose. Charot! My purpose is to have a productive YT channel. Okay. Diba? Para-paraan ng mga comedy, ng mga bastos, na mga vlog, right? That they use the children to act like as an adult but using bastos terms. There's a lot, okay? So, of course, you can comment in a nice way, but if you don't listen to your comment, then leave. That's it, because all you have to do is to raise your advice lang naman talaga siya. You don't have to fight. Then why you will keep on replying that much? So we need to say, you are also trying to argue. Okay? So enough, you will comment one time and it will be understood and have in their hearts. Things like that. Because observe that also, there's a lot of commenters like that also. So they are waiting for you to reply 2 or 3 and the time also they will understand. Okay, like that. So things like that. Sometimes also comment one time, you understand that already, and you don't have to reply anymore because things will be fixed in that way. There are things also in life that silent is the solution. To be silent is a solution. You don't have to be vocal in everything. Just leave the time to heal itself. Things like that. Okay? And by the way, by the guidance of the Lord, then it will be solved. Things like that. Okay? Diba? Sa makarelate. Ganon siya. Okay? Okay, magsugod na ta sa itong bat guys. Okay. Uy, nalagyan na siya. I'm not, sorry guys ha. That, ana ba niya, kung dawaton, okay, kung hindi okay sa oral communication. Okay. Oral communication, so it would be also okay to say verbal communication. Okay? Like that. Okay, because oral, it looks like, naamo ko yung mga brand, Oral B, ng mga products ba, murag, something murag mo confuse a little bit lang, but I'm not telling this is wrong. I'm telling only, it would be also better to put a slash, oral, verbal communication. Diba? Diba kaya pares mo sa written, verbal, yung oral, sa pwede sa siya. Pero okay lang kapag gano'n siya, bro. Ang ako lang gusto mo, something na yung mga uniqueness, charot, charot lang. Para-paraan. Okay. So, di ba, verbal communication, di ba? Okay. Or oral. 92%. Wow. Ang taas, no? 92%. So, komunikasyon. Grabe, komunikasyon at pananaliksik. Uy! Kakuyaw sa dimi. Komunikasyon at pananaliksik sa wika at kulturang Pilipino. How can we translate this in English? Communication of research and language and culture of Filipinos. Right? Okay na. Komunikasyon at pananaliksik sa wika, language ng wika, right? At kultura Pilipino, or let's say language or communication, right? O, diba? Or speech, di ba, wika? 94%. Wow, laki naman. Wow, I love that description. Love it! Okay. Instead of, general mathematics, instead of saying mathematics, they put the adjective general. Because if you say mathematics, that's so many, right? Algebra, geometry, like that plane geometry, trigonometry, integral calculus, differential calculus, advanced engineering math. That is the most difficult mathematics I've ever encountered in my whole life. Advanced engineering math. Okay? Like that, and differential equations, probability and statistics. It talks about the percentage of the surveys, like that, how to win an election. It's discussed in statistics. That's why when the engineers comment in the social media, it's totally different from those who are not engineers, because we have subject probability and statistics. And survey, it's part of it. That's why survey will really come out to be true during elections. Okay. So that's what I keep on fighting in social media before. Statistics won't lie, because that's part of probability statistics subject in engineering courses. Any engineering courses, if you are electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, chemical engineer, industrial engineer, all have probability statistical mathematics. It's in there, discussed properly. The surveying results, percentage, okay, like that, the data, how to win probable elections, how to win blah blah, so and so. Coins also. Uh, Throwing the coins, what are the possible percent from tail, from head, 50% tail, 50. Muna siya ang mga probability and statistics, mga possible outcomes, what will be happening after your several tests in actual. That would be referring to the probability and statistics. Here, mathematics, they put adjective, I love it, general mathematics, because there are also a lot of mathematics. Okay? Ang mathematics ni Mr. X, 92%. Wow, I love it. Oh, ang laki naman, no? Okay. Earth science, wow! Earth science meaning specifically to the planet Earth only, no? The soil, the land, the air, the atmosphere, the weather. So it's gonna be Earth, including the plants, right? Earth man siya, right? Trees, the vegetation, the flora, the fauna, the water system, like that. Everything about planet Earth will be the Earth science, right? Okay, 94%. Wow, lucky. Introduction to the philosophy of the human person. Wow. You know, guys, actually, I love the descriptive title. Really, personally. But as a subject, I don't really that love that much, because if you put subject coverage, it should be short. Short only in details. Just like oral communication, your mathematics, or so. If you say introduction to the philosophy of the, it looks like a sentence, right? There's a predicate like that. Okay. So when you introduce something, that's an action verb, right? Introduction to the philosophy. So it will be better only a label or a caption, not necessarily a predicate involved in captioning or labeling. It could be only philosophy, human philosophy. That would be a good summary in this sentence. Introduction. Taas magod kayo siya, guys. Introduction to the philosophy. That could mean only human philosophy as it is in summary. Right. That's only a recommendation and suggestion based on, putting caption, titles. Okay. We cannot also argue, but they love that, and I love that also, because it looks like a sentence, right? Okay, but only recommendations. Who am I to change, right? Okay. 20... Uy, grabe na kayo, guys! Very comprehensive yung mga captioning. 20, yung score sa Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person. Philosophy ba, no? Okay, 90. Dako naman siya guys. 90 ganun na plus. Dako na gina siya ha. Okay, okay. Kung dako naman gina mga 85, di ba kay ngani? Okay, you got the point? Okay. So, 21st, wow, bonggacious tayo. I love it. 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. You could summarize this as Philippine and world literature. Okay? This sentence, and only you need to shortcut that in that way. But if you write that here in like this, meaning they're only talking in the 21st century. It could be changed to something not like this anymore. That could be Philippines and world literatures, plural. Shout out to Ma'am, sige ko palaban ni Ma'am Luna Caraca, English major. So literature is an unaccountable noun or a countable noun? Because I put S in literature. Literatures have or not? Plural noun. If you use that word as a plural and at the same time singular, just like equipment. The plural of equipment is still equipment. Okay? I think it's gonna be like the same here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll just use literatures. Na ba siya? I think nothing, right? I think this is unaccountable noun. Okay? This is the hardest part in English. Because you know, there's a lot of pluralities that adds S with IE and add S, right? Okay? Di ba mo na siya kasagaran? Okay? But then, here, literature mangul siya, it's either literatures or literature only. Okay, I cannot say so, but managap lang. Char! Literatures lang. Okay. Kanina lang, literature na lang. Okay. 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. But it could be also Philippines and world literatures or Philippines and world literatures. Because I'm not sure if the word literature is unaccountable noun or countable noun. Okay. Meaning countable, quantifiable. Since it could no longer be quantifiable, that's why unaccountable. You cannot count easily because nobody dares to count every time. You got the point? For example, if you have appliances inside your home, would you count every time? Right? You will just only count if, for example, you will having a home loan because it will be asked by the home credit or what everything you have to reflect there are 2 refrigerators, there are 1 AC, but if there's no such like that in the application for you days to count, nobody, right? Noun and the unaccountable noun. Di ba nakakaloka, no? Okay, so sige, physical education and health, it would be okay because you need to attach the health, add also music. Physical education, health, and music. But it's okay without music, but it's better to compress with music. Because physical education have also music, right? When you do the aerobics or whatever, Zumba, like that, there's also music played, right? Or somebody will sing during the interpretative dance. Because this is physical education, right? So if you try to be comprehensive, you will say physical education, health, and music. Or if you want to be just like that, it's okay, you will separate the music. Or maybe at that certain quarter, there's no music subject. It's in the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Anak, ilang gibuwag baron. Okay, right? In the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Topic is just really more on the introductory part of both the integral and differential because they're stating calculus only. That's only my own interpretation. Or they would mean that an introduction to differential lang because you can never take integral calculus if you don't pass differential calculus. And integral calculus is a little bit, for me, it's a little bit difficult compared to differential. That's why differential comes first before you take integral calculus. Meaning, differential calculus is prerequisites, my common sense that differential calculus is a little bit easy compared to, though it's not easy, if you try to compare only the two, it's more easy a little bit than the integral calculus because it is a prerequisite. But the caption here, it's pre-calculus man siya. So it could either be the pre-calculus in differential and the pre-calculus in the integral. But to make it safe, I think this is a introduction prior to both. But I doubt this is only prior to differential because considering that they are senior high, they are not yet in college, so that would be understandable also. But sometimes also, the students or the people who will read this grade slip, sometimes there are poor comprehension. Not really not poor, they cannot really understand what it means. So that's why to make it more specific and detailed, it's better to emphasize. But it's not also really a requirement to emphasize. That is only, it would be best also to emphasize, but it's understandable because this is general grade siya. Ganon siya, okay? Actually, di mo ito kuan eh. I-advise lang ko ba ni-recommend based on what I observe. Di ba? As I told you over and over again, being observant is a quality of a scientist. Ngayon nga nasa ko, di lagi ka scientist. mga philosophy. Because there are philosophical people on earth, especially to those people that, for example, if you have the talent that they don't have, they will try to make, things that would try to be irritated. They try to provoke you. They try to, annoy you to measure your intelligence because they don't have that talent. You got the point. Just of the purpose of trying to measure your intelligence if you are good than them. There are people also like that. Okay, because they don't have that in you. Meaning, they cannot take that away from you. The knowledge that you have. So that's why they keep on doing things, asking you back to measure your intelligence. Actually, no need to do that. Okay? You got the point. No need to ask something, especially if you know the answer. Okay, to those philosophical people out there listening in my vlog, you don't have to ask question if you know first is the answer of the question. You get the point. Okay, things like that. Except you have a content. You are really a media practitioner. You are a trainer. You are a instructor. You're a teacher. You're a blogger. You're a vlogger. You're a journalist. You're a writer. Okay, you have the right to do that because it's part of the content. Because if you don't have that, if you don't do that, why you asking that in the first place? You know the answer. Okay, so it looks like you only do the argumentation to measure who they are like this. Garaon man na siya. So you don't need to do that. Okay, so in fact you will be happy to the achievement of others. Okay, if somebody niangat sa buhay, you should be happy for them. Okay. And you will upload them. Clap, clap, clap. They are successful in their lives. Ganon dapat. Okay, you get the point? There's no such room for jealousy and insecurities. Ganon. Okay, I'm teaching the fact, right? In my vlog. Okay? And then if there are people also try to say their actions, you don't have the right to stop because that's true. Unless they're telling the lies. It doesn't mean that I am telling this guy is a valedictorian. I show that in the public. Telling that I'm arrogant. No, it's not. Because it's true. You cannot balik the truth. You get the point? It doesn't mean also that if you are intelligent, you don't have the right to show. Or it doesn't mean also that you don't have the right to share. Or you just put scotch tape in your mouth. Okay? Because if you do this, you are arrogant. If you do this, hambugero na siya. No, it's not like that. We have freedom to speak so. We are a democratic country full of liberalities. Meaning freedom. Okay? You get the point. Or a democratic country under a republican country. And I thank you. Ganon na, di ba, sa mga contest. Okay. Now we have General Chemistry 1. Pila grado niya sa pre-calculus? Wow, 91. Wow, good. Tag-as kayo ko guys, no? Mag-lisod na mga tungtong sa mga 85, ganon-ganon. Di ba? Basta mga math. Okay. I remember before, na-dislist ko from first year to fourth year lang siya. Fourth year college first semester. Then fourth year second year college to fifth year. Grabe, hindi ko mapasok dito sa kuan. Mawit-awit na sa 9, ganon-ganon. Hindi na ako pasok to sa top 5. Okay, mag-isog na dyan ko. Dahil kay math guys do. Okay? Katulad ko, advanced engineering, mabuang kinumpute. Okay, you get the point? So dito rin ko kutob na dance list. Okay. At least mayroon, di ba? Okay. So, so that's why I'm not graduating with honors. But if I'll try to rank in our chemical engineering, I am top 5. But if we try to rank all, including the electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, arts and sciences, wala na akong mupasok sa 10. Kung i-ranking na dyan ang tanan. Charot. Okay? Because the point sa amo lang yung chemical engineering sa among batch. Okay? Okay, shout out sa among top 1 nga si Edulantes Timoteo. Okay? He is a teacher in University of Wales, United Kingdom. Okay? Things lang. Grabe ka kung makauban na mga anak, ang mga pegyo, nasa nagmaestra sa kuan, sa Virginia, teaching chemistry. O diba? Nakakaloka. US. Okay? So, di ba, na nasuya bagod ko, wala. Happy kay ko. Ana ba? No? We should be happy on what others achieve. Oh, okay. Sana lang. Di na tamo pala bikuan di ba kuti-kuti or whatever. Okay, so vlog-vlog lang gud ka kay para natay content. Okay, ganon. Okay. So general chemistry 1, 96%. I love chemistry. Bongga, ang highest niya is 96% sa chemistry. Wow. Pila man to kung chemistry. Uy, ako na ikumpara mo. Tapos ako transcript dito. Okay. So, dako pag yun siya guys. Uy, 96 ko siya. Okay. O 4.6 naman to ako guys ko 4.6 because of the higher our grades in CIT University, that was CIT before, is 5. My chemistry lectures is 4.6 or 4 point something like that, and our grades is 5. Okay. Okay, ganon siya. Okay? So, actually guys, I may explain this again. Okay? In the nationwide grading system, only LaSalle University, I think so. LaSalle University and CIT University have the grading system of 5. The rest universities and schools in the national Philippines are having the grade 1 as the highest. And explain. I'm not telling you that we are correct. I'm just explaining that this is gonna be the derivation. This is gonna be the reasons why we believe we use this grading system in CIT and the other one in Manila, which is the LaSalle. LaSalle University ba siya or Ateneo? But only 2 schools in the Philippines, highest is 5. Based on history. Okay, naka-research na ba mo na? So karon makabaw na mo na only 2 schools in the Philippines have highest rating of 5 because most of the universities all over in the Philippines and even in the whole world are having this kind of grade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Our 5 is the highest. Our lowest is 1. The reverse. Okay. Our reasons, we are more on highly mathematics in CIT because 5 is larger than 1. Okay? How can the number 1 be greater than 5? Answer. It can never be happen, right? Now you will say, sir, but you know, in a contest, this is our interpretation, you don't have the right to argue because this is only our grading system. If you have your own, we will respect that this gonna be is another story, that's 1 is greater than 5. It's okay also. I am only sharing. Okay, because when you say also, sir, why in a competition, the number 1 is higher? Okay. The number 1 is higher. Okay. Number 1 is higher. It doesn't mean a rank. Okay? The grading system, it's not meaning that you are competing with each other. That's only grading, regardless of who you are. If you are intelligent, if you are average, if you are super bright, all will have a grade, right? Even though Google or whatever. Namang gapon kay grade. Okay? So, murang grade ka. Okay? So, it's just a grade itself. So, the number 5 should always be higher than number 1. Right? Now, you will say, sir, because number 1 is first place, and that's place. Is there a word place there in the grade? PLACE? Okay? Is there having a word number there when you put the grade in your transcript? Number 1. There's no number. You put only 1, 2, 3. There's a subject, right? And then you will not also put top, the word, you don't put any descriptive adjective prior in declaring the number. How can you say that number 1 is on the top? Okay, that's only our interpretation because it is used to in different competitions, in different rankings all over the world, but it doesn't mean that 1 is larger than 5 or higher than 5, okay? You are talking only with the place ba? Place, Place, or category, or, the chronological arrangement. But that is grading system. That is not chronological arrangement because that is not the purpose of grading system. That's for all to be graded, not only for the intelligent people. Okay? So that's why 5 is greater than 1. That's why in CIT University, our highest grade is 5, not 1. Okay. Muna siya reason. We are more on math. In math, 1 can never be higher than 5. What you realize ako ani? Sure. 1 can never be higher. Because I'm not talking with other sentence contest, ranking. Ingon ako, 5, 1 can never higher than 5. Period. Okay, mo nigawas akong bago. Umako ningon na 5 is higher than 1 in a particular blah 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 in mga kondisyones ba. But if I will say 1 is higher than 5 in a competition or in a ranking, that's true. Because I put sentence in my mouth with additional sentence. But it's totally different when I say 1 can never be higher than 5. Period. Okay, but if I will say 1 can be higher than 5 if we are having competition. Okay, or ranking. Because that's what we mean of top 1, top 2, top 3, top 4, top 5. But if you remove the word top, what will happen? The number remain. Would it suggest as a sentence that is a top? You remove the word top, only 1. And remember, in your grade, you put only 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no word TOP in writing in the paper. Right? So if we try to be strict, we are having the correct grading system. Again, ay kunyong awaya, if we based on English and math, only CIT University and LaSalle University have correct way of grading system because 1 is always lower than 5 and 5 is always higher than 1 by number. Okay? Number meaning by category. Now if you speak in English and that's the time you will put adjective, right? You will say top 1, top 2, top 3. Okay? Or rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. Did you put the words top and rank in your grading card? Right, nothing. So how can you say that 1 is higher than 5? O, diba? Ganon. And so for what Judilalis na ko sa social media. Okay? You get the point? That's the true effect. I'm telling the truth. It doesn't mean also na Sotero ba ya? Ilang 1.5 man? Mo mo gitinuod ato. Hindi pa sa tinuod, mulaban masag ko sa di tinuod. Kundi jud ay tinuod di ay. Nagkataon lang nga tinuod jud ang explanation nga mauna. Okay? That's why it's safer to state in this way. Kaning sa mga elementary o sa mga high school. Kani akong gidanin nyo nga, mo ni siya sakto jud. 92, 93, kaya mo jud na mga percentages sa grade. Dili jud dapat ang mga 1, 2, 3. Imo, stricto pa jud kapag ayo ba? Okay? If you try to be strict more than the explanations of 5, 3, kaya sa college sabi ko na 5, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mahibong lang kang ano ang 5, bidako. Siya bidako masyag ganda. Mahibong lang sa kang ano, 1, bidako. Kagmay ra ng mga numero ha? Una ako no. 5, dako di kayo na. Kada ko ni 92, pila diferensya sa 5 sa 92? 92 minus 5. Di ba? Napakay nabilin 87. Kada ko labaw. Okay? Sa to pa, ang atong interpretation ni matters nga, mauna na atong gimin. Again, in legal court, there's no such understood. Okay, nga atong i-interpret nga mauna gyud na pirmi nga mauna gyud na. We should be black and white in our understanding and so mao na siya guys sa high school ug sa elementary level nga grading system. Mao ni siya ang pinaka-correct kanina mga 75%, 80%, 93% sa senior high. Correct gyud sila nga ani guys. 92%, 24%. Kay mao mo gyud na ang grading system dili man mo mga number buot na lang na oy. Okay? Sige na lang, kaya buhat naman ano, naman to na agkahayag. Okay, may problema. Tuda ko man sa lang 5 sa wall. O diba? Di ba? Ako yung dito no? Okay. Vlogger dito ni. Okay, you got the point. Ana, jud ha. Okay, on jud to tanan para hayag ang atong kaugmaon. Cheers! O diba? O balik na ko sa inom kong coffee kaya akong sundan o 2 atoms of carbon akong brain cells. 2 atoms of carbon daw ma.
Away mo.
Ah.
Nanay mo comment diha.
Vlog raman ang nako ugot. Ay wala ko pakialam eh. Okay. I love you kanang kuan guys. Even di pa ko ka kuan niya, di pa ko ka move on ng 21st century. Gana ko man 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. O di ba? Malingaw ko magbasa. 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. Okay, an introduction to the Philippines in one person. Okay. Makaliwala ko sa 21st century. O, di ba? Pagkakaloka, di ba? 21st century. Ah, di ba? Ah, wow. Ah, di ba? Okay. So, you can comment down below in the comment section if you want. And then, you can put emojis as you want if you love also. Di ba isa naman eh? Wala pa rin. Grading system pa man siya, guys. Congratulations! STEM din siya. Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics or Math. Okay? Pareho rin ang Mathematics, guys, ha? Okay. O shout out kang Hanilo R. Maligon. Kung naminaw ka karon, thank you kayo sa inyong paghatag ni mga graduate. Okay? SY 2022 to 2023. Oh. Diba? University of Cebu. Yung mga bright basta ng University of Cebu, ni-improve yung academic learning katong na mga top-notchers. Okay, sa mechanical engineer. Academic learning katong na mga top-notchers. Okay, sa mechanical engineer, electrical engineer. Okay, because na-advance na dyan lang mga kuan. So, una kay di pang kay advance na technique. Okay, because na-advance na dyan lang mga kuan. So, una kay di pang kay advance na technology. And I found out also, based on my research, gusto kong abayon ron. Okay na yung mga CIT top notchers na dito nagtudlo sa UC. Sila Sir Lucero. Okay, shout out Sir Lucero to top notcher sa electrical engineer. Di-pirate na siya sa UC. Madunggan dyan ko ron. Okay. Na nasa may di-pirate, ang CIT nasa di-pirate sa San Carlos. Nga bagiitan sa University of San Carlos na nagtudlo sa chemical engineering sa CIT. Ano mo dyan na guys? Okay? Para mo, ba ang atong mga di ba naman si Mrs. Sir Libangitan ka na kung kay ba may mudag tudlo ana di ba? Okay. Muna siya nag-pirate sila. Okay. Pero of course, okay na dyan nadaan pero how much mo kung natin i-pirate no nga mga banggitan. Di ba? Sa chemical engineering na nang ganit di ba? Sa hey, bye-bye. God bless everybody. Okay, bye-bye. Ay, salamat naman.